Quest for Glory Fan Club, episode 67, Steve. I remember when we were doing that first episode and we said, I don't know if we'll make it to 10, and here we're at 67, and it is probably the biggest one yet.
Yes.
So as you guys may have heard, or if you haven't heard this, you probably aren't a super fan, as my buddy Steve here. Big exciting news today. So this whole series, this whole fan club started because of a small game. It was called Heroes Quest to begin with.
Originally called Heroes Quest.
Yeah, and it kicked it off, and just the most epic intro sequence with our, humorous, and he had this little guy run around, and he's chasing the dragon.
Dude, one word, Antwerp.
Antwerp, absolutely. And then, we continued on from Quest for Glory 1 to an epic Quest for Glory 2, and who will forget the fire elemental, the water elemental?
Just an amazing job of bringing together all the elementals, hearing the fan feedback from the first game and making probably one of the best games ever created, never mind for the series, but for the entire world and existence of gaming.
I think so. And then, rolled on to Quest for Glory 3, another classic. Shadows of Darkness, but...
Yeah, of course, this was actually not the Quest for Glory 3 game. It was actually Wages of War. Again, this is what you saw at the end of the Quest for Glory 2 game if you actually beat it.
And then on to Quest for Glory 4, and you already see in the chat. Not maybe the favorite game
I see,
of the series.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit careful with this one because they changed up the gameplay a little bit. Not the fan favorite. Let's just put it at that.
However, it did have a new sort of VGA graphics engine, so there was a nice upgrade in that respect.
Yep, absolutely.
And then I think where you get that newer graphics and then actually the gameplay as well in Quest for Glory 5, put it back together into one of my favorite games.
One of the best games in the entire series. Amazing closer, or so we thought. To the entire Quest for Glory series. Again, amazing soundtrack, amazing gameplay, video, adventure, humor. I mean, this game had it all.
Yeah. So, obviously today, anyone that is looking at the agenda, we were supposed to talk about Quest for Glory 2 strategies. We're going to have to hold off on that.
Yeah, I see the chat board lighting up. Again, this is obviously, I guess, not everybody heard about this.
So, Lori and Cole decided to revisit the idea of developing a game, and they had some trouble. There was discussion long ago about making a new game, and studios just were not interested in it, right? They wanted first-person shooters.
Yep. Asked in tons of interviews. It's a little depressing for some of the gamers out there because Lori and Corey's games make you think. They push the envelope of gaming. They're educational. They're based on choices that you make, and they push the envelope of video gaming. But right now, most of the video games you see out there don't really do that. They're first-person shooters. They make a lot of money. They make a lot of profit, but they don't necessarily do the kind of game that we know Lori and Corey Cole can do.
Yeah, so they thought, how are we going to get this game developed? They needed it, they thought they needed $400,000 to do it, and they said, we're going to go to Kickstarter. So they put up a project on Kickstarter, and they said, help fund this. If we can get to $400,000, and, I think Kickstarter was like a 45-day project, they'll develop the game. And, as you can see on the screen now, they just recently...
Yeah, it was Tuesday this week. Tuesday this week. Only $9,000 over, so just made it. Gotta admire Lori and Corey's optimism throughout the entire campaign. There's a site actually called KickTrack that tracks this, and you can see like midway through, there was a lot of comments out there saying, "Oh, it's too bad this isn't going to get funded." Mm-hmm. Lori and Corey never gave up. They kept the optimism going. Sure enough, they get to $409,000.
Yeah, they were working. I mean, every day they were doing an interview. They were just going through all the gamer magazines. I mean, they really put their effort into this to get to that goal. And as you can see, it was 102%. So it just barely crept over. It really took a huge surge at the end to make the goal.
Yeah.
But the good news is they have said that they will deliver in 2013. Final date.
I was going to say, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
A lot of questions already lighting up. I'll address two of them right now. Not sure if they're going to have voice actors or not. If they get another 100,000 based on stretch goals, which again, you're going to be able to contribute if you didn't know this was going on. That'll be coming in the future. And then the second thing is I already see a question from Amy T. Why didn't you mention something about this beforehand on the boards? Apparently this person, I guess, contributed. We wanted to stay out of this. I don't think the Coles even know that we do this. I don't know how many people actually know that we do this. And we really want to be behind the scenes, just like we've always been. And of course, we supported them. But maybe, again, in the future, we'll be having an interview since it will be relevant content coming up in 2013.
Yeah, absolutely. So the cool thing is we know a little bit about the game so far, and they've posted a few updates on this Kickstarter blog on how it's going to work. But they've also posted a couple pieces of art on the Hero U website, which is hero-u.net.
That's right. And you'll find out that it's tile-based gaming. It doesn't look like a tile-based game. It's not what you would traditionally think of as tile-based gaming, but clearly from the artwork, you're talking about something new and different, building off of an old model, but clearly pushing the envelope as they've always done in the past with Hero U.
Mm-hmm. Here's another classic scene, huh?
Yeah, very reminiscent of Arana's Peace, Quest for
Absolutely.
Glory one. I mean,
Oh,
really,
that's a great call.
it's and looking very similar to just that artwork and great look and feel that keeps the Quest for Glory theme going. I know this isn't technically a Quest for Glory game per se,
Right.
but obviously, clear, thick references to it.
Oh, look. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Fighters Guild should be good. Although remember, you're playing a rogue in this game, so you don't actually have the option to choose wizard or thief. I can see some people on our chat room not too happy about that. Wait and see, guys. This could be the first in a series of games.
Yeah.
So.
Series of games.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. So they've mentioned many times, in fact, through their website, that this is not the end all be all. They're not going to make one game and go home. This is supposed to be the very first of many. So this is the first one. You follow a character who's a rogue, and again, the adventure is based on your choices that you make. And the second game may not have anything to do at all with your character, although he may come in the third game, fourth game to make a cameo appearance. Who knows? I mean, it's the Coles. Anything could happen.
So that's the big exciting news. So we're probably going to do a bi-weekly webcast for now until maybe game launch. So we're going to, focus on the existing series in the first webcast of the week, and then we'll probably just do a separate one for rumors and things that we learned about this new game.
And we'll go back to those sessions. I know a lot of people are still saying, hey, we're going to get to the strategies on the water elemental. We will get to that. I know we're supposed to do it today. Obviously, this is more important. Everybody out there is clearly excited about it. We're going to be doing a lot over the next coming weeks. So, we got to prepare for that. So
thanks for joining us. Check our website to get the RSS feed and subscribe to our podcast. And we will see you guys next time for episode 68 and quite a few more episodes to come from the sounds of it.
It's going to be great. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Right.